Greetings, mortals, and welcome to this thing that I do, where I stream in the dark because I have migraine.
So migraine, it's a little. For those who aren't in my Discord, I do have a migraine today, which is why I'm starting late. And it's still there. It's just about a 0.5 on the pain scale now. So hopefully we can deal with that. But yeah, today we're going to be doing the boulders. It was very annoying when I woke up this morning and I'm like, migraine. Hello, old friend. How are you doing? Could you not? Could you not? Potentially. So, I have my cereal. This is my breakfast. And I slept in for another several hours to get rid of the bulk of the headache, and now we will potentially be able to clear all these. Yes, the pain is hard as a rock. That is true. It's not that bad. The thing about what I refer to as migraines, they might be cluster headaches or something as well. I haven't gotten diagnosed. I don't know the details, but I'm fairly sure, based off of my understanding of the symptoms of a migraine, that I have migraines. My sister definitely has migraines, but she also definitely has other types of headaches as well. So, but I'm pretty sure, based off of the other symptoms that's associated with it, that it is migraines. At any rate, the weird thing about them is that it's not just like a severe headache. It's like a whole classification of headache. And so the problem is that it's like, okay, well, I have this headache that's not really that painful when I wake up, and if I get up, it's gonna get real painful. Kind of a deal. Or I'll just randomly get it in the middle of the day at some point, and that'll be fun and exciting. Okay, so sorry, I was updating the thing. Oh shit, I need to go to. I need to go into the channel over here. I need to go do the thing. Go to Twitch. Get the linky link. Get that. Paste it over here. What are we going with? I'm gonna do. Why do I need to have multiple titles? I don't. It is tempting to call it migraine munching. It doesn't make any sense, but it's tempting. Not even going to worry about it. Okay, so the migraine mining. We're changing the stream title. Stream title's getting changed. It has to happen. It has to happen. Okay. Perfect. Okay. So, the stream title doesn't really matter that much, but it's there, and now we can do the thing. The reason that my lights are off is because I think I prefer the lighting, I think, for like the darkness. I think I like being in the dark here more than I like being in the normal lighting. Um, it's weirdly clearer, I think. I'll take a check because I actually had better lighting now than I used to. Like between the two, yeah, because this puts the light behind me. I could use this. Whoops, oopsie. I could do this, but I don't know that this improves things too much. It just kind of looks a bit washed out, I think. So I think I will just turn off the lights again. I'm not turning on my ring light when I have a migraine. Yeah, that's a really rough combination. So what save file do we have? Looks like we're loading danger. So, we cleared 80% of this place. Let's clear out this chest down here first. There's 7 saves. So who's here? Like 3 or 4 of these things. Okay, it shouldn't be too difficult to finish up here. It's just gonna be slow and kind of annoying. So, no biggie. Just think, if I was able to wake up on time,
I don't know.
and didn't have certain physical symptoms that interfered with my scheduling, we'd probably be done here already. Just think how cool that would be.
I don't know.
We did no
I don't
damage
know.
there.
I don't know.
Ooh boy. Ooh boy.
I don't know.
What is it?
Did hit the right one at least. We lost. Quartal. Process.
That wasn't so bad.
Are you fucking kidding me? I did not know. I did not roll for horseshoe. Give me a second. Random. Atmospheric noise. Let's do it. We got a 1. We got a 1. Let's see. Where's my horseshoes? Okay. I should probably get the finger done.
What is it?
I should probably go
I've
get
seen
more
one
food.
before.
We have 7
I've never
saves.
seen one before. I've never seen one before.
I'm actually gonna go check the other room as well. Just look at what it looks like. That room has the boss. And then what else? Oh right, if we're
What is it?
oh this actually this might be much more manageable actually. That's kind of funny. Alright. So I think we're diving into the hardest room right now, actually. Because I don't think the boss is going to be anywhere near as bad, honestly. Let's see here. Okay, we're going to tag this.
What is it? I need healing.
Okay. So we're getting into the green. We're going to go ahead and save this under dungeon. And now we have the horseshoe saved.
I don't know.
So the hope here is basically that I can clear this boulder in a timely manner. Please don't hit me. I'm trying to eat Cinnamon Toast Crunch. You don't want to hit me, Rock Beast. I'm just a birthday boy. Okay.
I don't know. I don't know.
I wonder if that comes from like a specific... Where does that come from? I have no idea where that would come from initially. Alright, so we've got...
No.
Oh, wait, we're making progress on this one. That's good. Okay. Not dead yet. We ain't dead. Alright, we're gonna just keep doing this until we've cleared this one. Once we've cleared this one, I think I might go get food. But I might not, because we're actually making progress through this faster than I expected. One issue that I run into is that I'll often try to be clever and figure out a way to speed things up. And sometimes the fastest way to do a thing is to just do it. And in fact, oftentimes the best way to do a thing is to just do it. In the, known, inefficient, slow, shitty way that you know how to do it. That is often the best way to get something done efficiently. If you want something done in a timely manner, just do it. That's not always the case. There's often space to optimize stuff.
I don't know.
However, while there is often space to optimize, a lot of the time the optimization takes way longer than than just doing it the slow way would have taken. Now, the advantage of optimizing is that you don't have to do it the slow way ever again. So the relative efficiency really depends on how many times you're planning on doing a thing. To a degree. These are shooting at me. I'm just gonna get over here. It's tempting to reload for situations like this, but I don't think I'm going to. It's fine. I need to take a hit because Cortal's asleep, so I don't know what this. Okay, it didn't work. Hit me. No! Oh god, there's so many! I need one of you to hit me. One of you to hit. Why are you... Why is it suddenly so hard to get hit by these rocks? I have no regen until I get hit.
Have no fear.
There, okay, so you're unconscious instead of asleep now. Perfect, there we go. Alright, supply that regen to the party, please. Jeez. That was so much damage. I should have just reloaded, actually. Considering how hard it is to get hit by these rocks, I don't know how I managed to get hit by so many of them that I got to negative 15,000 damage. There we go. Yeah, the rock blasts hit really, really hard. My party in this is actually really durable. Right now, we've had a massive increase to our overall durability since the last time we came in here. The last time we came in here, I was also getting basically like one shot. This pack here, I think would have been functionally impossible with my previous setup. It wouldn't be. I mean, the thing is that before I didn't need preservation. The previous time I came through here, preservation was based just duration based instead of being on the new.
I don't know.
Magic system. So because of that was a bad idea. But because of that, I have that consideration that I didn't have before that I need to deal with. But this party seems overall dramatically stronger than the last time I came through. So. Go. What time is it? It's 10:34. Right. So we're gonna pop to here. We need maybe 3 more runs, I would say. Nope. Wasn't expecting you to start rotating back. Alright. Okay, make one of our final saves. Because, yeah, once we've cleared the first one, it gets a bit easier and cleaner.
I don't know.
I'm still concerned about getting actually, like, gibbed on the thing here. So, since I'm concerned about actually getting, like, fully killed, I have a desire to, make usage of my saves. I should have saved there, actually, because I think this has to be the last one. There might not be. There might be another one.
I can't identify.
Okay. Alright, everybody's up. Or wait, not everybody, but 2 people that are most important. We do have what we were looking for here. We can click on the side of this. Yeah, it's a rough time dealing with the AoEs because they're so rare as well, right? There aren't a lot of enemies that can AoE in this game. So actually, before I leave, I should have saved and checked the thing. I'm gonna just check this. I'm gonna reload back to that save once I've checked to make sure that I'm not hitting another target. With this, I wasn't hitting 2.
I don't know.
I hit 1 for a tiny sliver of damage. We're fine. We're gonna reload. Just because it's faster than having to take the elevator again. I should have actually tagged the elevator to go down while I was there. Okay, so we're gonna have to deal with the hassle of insanity here as well. Give me a second. I'm gonna grab a drink because I didn't do that before. Let's see. Yeah. Absolutely. I haven't actually tried that. I do have my my caster party that I'm gonna get around to using eventually.
Any delicacy you like.
But I still haven't gotten around to doing pretty much anything with that party yet. So, but I am looking forward to trying it out. If Ulrin gets made insane, we might actually reload for that. I don't think anybody else I need to reload for it, but we're gonna have to reload for death. And since we have to reload for death, I don't know that we should be reloading for insanity as well. Let's see. We can save under dungeon. Okay, I think that we have a pretty good setup now. I don't think either of these packs is much crazier than the rooms that we've already cleared at this point. So, given that, I think we should probably be fine. I think we're now about on par with the that other room that we already did. We need to keep an eye on the time. I need to make sure that I'm saving right before 3 o'clock.
I don't know.
Stuff like that. See, that's like a really big... that was, I think, about worst case scenario in terms of what I'm getting hit by. So it gives an idea of like the fact that I don't think we can be put in that much danger. The real dangerous part is just when we blow one of them up, because we have the ability to add an additional AoE to the pack.
I can't identify.
The other potential danger is a lot of single target hits coming into Komoniton, because it doesn't really matter if the whole party is super badly injured. What matters is whether Komoniton just meets the threshold to go below 0. Like the total damage to the party is relevant, but isn't actually as relevant as you'd think, because everybody's regenerating. So the burst damage into Komoniton is the most dangerous thing. But there doesn't seem to be a huge amount of burst damage coming into Komoniton, so I'm not really super concerned about it. I'm not sure if they can realistically fix the Darkmoor and Varn issue, unless, like... Oh, I'm not invisible. Unless they, like, fundamentally shift the way the game systems work. Like, if the monster limit is the issue, then that is...
I don't know.
The monster limit is used in a lot of different ways in the game to prevent the game from exploding. I don't know if you can comfortably change that value without everything exploding. Like to be perfectly honest, I don't know if that can be meaningfully addressed. In vanilla, there's fewer enemies in those dungeons, so you don't run into that as a problem. But with the extra enemies for such big dungeons, like the only thing I can think of in terms of how to make it so that you could, so that it doesn't like summon a, how would you change?
I've never seen one before.
Because doesn't it just summon a
I've never seen
creature?
one before.
Is there a way to make it pull, like, start a separate table of creatures? I guess it's possible that you could make a separate table of creatures, and it's like, okay, these are the summoned things. That didn't occur to me as an option. I don't know how difficult that is. That's the obvious. Way to handle it, I guess. Why am I going in here not into the gym? Look, I'm allowed to do all the dumb things today because I have a migraine. And sure, it's a low-level migraine that just makes me feel like there's something inside my head that isn't supposed to be there but is not currently stabbing anything. But let's see here. I guess I could take an Advil. The other thing I could do, which helps with some of the symptoms but doesn't actually make the migraine go away in any way, is I can put in eye drops. Because my poor eyes are struggling. Just generally. Oh man, ever since I got the eye surgery. Unfortunately, my eyes are going back to being kind of garbage over time. Yeah, there's just like Magogs randomly throwing fireballs in my head. If you get some good corner plays in, you could probably make something. You could probably get through like the tighter areas. I feel like with Invis, there's probably a lot of stuff you can do to like using the rooms that have the windows and stuff like that. I feel like you could get some good work done with that kind of stuff. I think the core to it would be trying to figure out a place that you can turn into a relatively safe location and making that happen so that you can basically invis to the positions that you want to be in throughout the dungeon to make things. I just tried to walk toward them with, well, not invisible again. Hey, look, migraines. Okay, we are going to approach this again. We're going to take the hit.
I don't know.
That was a pretty good hit, too. It's a pretty good hit. That's dangerous. Let's see. Potentially. I mean, it depends on how you want to handle it, right? Like, I guess you can't teleport around on this mod, because you could use, in theory, which I know doesn't work because I don't think you can use Lloyd's Beacon while in combat anymore. But one thing that you could do, in theory, would be to use different beacons throughout the zone to basically like teleport to a beacon and start blasting from that beacon. And then as they start approaching that beacon, you teleport to a different beacon. That would be a very, very fun way to approach a problem. Unfortunately, I don't think you can do that in this mod, so it's kind of a moot point. But it sounds fun. Varn's pretty huge, though.
I don't know.
Oh, really?
No.
You only needed to set it up. Can you can teleport to a beacon when you are whatchamacallit? When you're not in the green? Let's see. I am just gonna wait on this. I'm not gonna go back over there. Let's save this under dungeon. Let's put it on double speed. I shouldn't have saved there. I should have waited. Wait! What? We all just got weak. No proc at all. Was I worried about nothing? Oh my god, I might have been worried about nothing. We might have all the time in the world here. No! There was no sound effect. You're insane, but you didn't make a noise. I'm not gonna worry about it. Oh wait, I do have to worry about it, don't I? Oh god, I saved under dungeon. Okay. We have a limited amount of mana to play with before we have to just cry ourselves to sleep with no invis. So we can't use any shared life with Ulrin anymore. Luckily, it's just Ulrin. And that's very funny. So that's so funny though. There was no indication of the insanity because there's supposed to be like a cackling noise, like everybody does a cackle that gets made insane. There wasn't even the normal sound effect for them going "Urgh" from the weakness. Okay, well that's fine. I'm not going to worry about it too much.
I don't know it.
Invis isn't crazy expensive for someone who has a mana pool that big, so I'm not that concerned about it for right now. I need to get this done just to get the regen in play. We have a lot of rocks. Save this.
I don't know.
Yeah, if you definitely want to get the experience from there, I think my suggestion would probably be to try to get like use the windows to your advantage. God damn it. Use the corners to your advantage to just like shoot like sparks around and stuff like that. And basically use the initial invis going in to try to find like a really nice place to set up. And that's like the only advice that I really have with regard to that. Because the rest of it's dependent on like playstyle and this, that, or the other thing. The other thing is that as you do more stuff, Darkmoor is going to become more viable as well. Like the more you power up the party, in theory,
I don't know.
the more reasonable it becomes. Not by a ton, right, and not very quickly, but your relative power to the enemies is going to increase over time as you finish up your like as you get the legendaries that you need for your builds, as you like more thoroughly specialize your characters, just as like you progress through the RPG system, right? So that's the thing with like RPGs that have like character customization, is that typically the power scaling for enemies is going to fall behind your power scaling.
I don't know.
over the course
I
of the
don't
game.
know.
There are like whatchamacallits. There are exceptions to that, but generally those exceptions are kind of cherry-picked examples for the most part. Like the obvious exception to that people would front would be like Final Fantasy VIII, where generally leveling up is bad for you. But the reason that leveling up is bad for you is because you don't scale from leveling, you scale from other things. Overall, your party is still scaling beyond what the enemies are. It's just that you can make it even better for you to keep them low level while still taking advantage of all of these scaling mechanics that are in play, right? So, and I think in Final Fantasy VIII, you can still get pretty fucking good results from leveling up. From my perspective, I think that leveling up is still valuable if you do it right. If you get a quartet of the stat bonus things in Final Fantasy VIII,
I don't know.
you can really, really go crazy with the scaling in your party. So, at some point, I should do Final Fantasy VIII again and like try to like max out my
I don't know it.
my party a bit. I think that'd be fun. It's kind of interesting that Squall ends up being weaker than the other party members eventually, because Squall can't actually crit with his melee attack, which means that because of the way that the stat system scales, like everybody else can get to a point where their base damage is like full. They do 9,999 damage with every hit, as long as they're critting. I have two people who fell asleep. That's very funny. The two people who fell asleep are also the two people who could, in theory, cast Awaken. Okay, I'm gonna bait out an attack here. We are getting some blade spells launched in our direction. So, yeah, we're gonna be able to clear the. Nope. Are we almost back to Arathia? It's like, I'm sorry, my guy, I can't actually bring you back to Arathia until the war starts. I'm so sorry to tell you this. I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but you're gonna follow me around forever. Though, it would be very funny if I actually could and just hadn't checked. That would be very funny, because if I had the ability to turn in those two quests, that would actually be very helpful to me for this run. How much mana do you have? 624. So we absolutely cannot use shared life on you. It's too bad, but we just have to wait for it. It's too bad, but you gotta do what you gotta do. Okay, we're casting Invis and then saving.
I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know.
Okay, that was a pretty good hit. And I think I am just going to keep... Whoa! We've burned through our food so fast. I didn't even notice. Okay, we're not going to keep saving.
I don't know.
How did we get so low? Oh, we already cleared one of the boulders already. Right. Yeah, so we're actually not in a particularly threatening position, though. There's only 2 boulders in here. So, I mean, there's more than 2 boulders. There's only 2 of the top tiers in here. Oh, shit. Only 2 of the top tier boulders in here. So, we can continue on.
I don't know. I don't know.
That's unfortunate for you. I think we're fine to just go for the next one.
I don't know.
But yeah, I'm glad that nobody died there. It is unfortunate that the one person whose monopool matters and who also isn't diseased is the one who got turned insane. It would be pretty cool if it was actually Severia. Severia would have been a great insanity target. Cortal's not a bad insanity target. Ooh. Ooh. Wow, look at that HP drain onto Commoditon. Let's go. Yeah, luckily, Commoditon regens fast enough that we can basically just go back and forth.
I don't know.
With Commoditon from almost any HP. Like, we're not in a position to be too concerned about that. So, goal now is just to burn through this last boulder on this side, and then hopefully we can proceed from there to clear the rest of the room. Once this room's cleared, we just have the boss to deal with. The boss itself is going to hit really hard.
I don't know.
And there's a few other enemies in that room. I'm fairly sure there's at least one other top tier boulder in there other than the boss. But that room might actually be easier than this room. Because this room has like somewhere, it's either 4 or 5 top tier boulders in this room, which is really like a lot. That's a lot of them. And in addition to all those top tiers, there's also a lot of lower tier boulders. This room is way more densely packed than I think any of the other rooms that we've dealt with. It's the most densely packed room in the dungeon for this run.
I don't know.
So luckily there weren't any bosses in this room. If any of these boulders were bosses, this might have been like almost like impossible. Honestly, like this might have been very, very difficult to deal with. I wasn't paying enough attention. This might have been very difficult to deal with if any of these were bosses. So the fact
I don't know
that we don't have any bosses, this is not a great idea.
I don't know. I don't know.
Wait for the tick. Luckily we didn't kill it. I was not in a great position there, and I haven't saved, so I'm going to save before we get the final blow. And then we'll pop in with closer to full resources. Alright, so we clear this one out.
I don't know.
Just to take a quick pot shot immediately. Finish that. The 2 people who can cast spells are unconscious. We're going to go all the way over here, because I don't think I ever saw any of those projectiles going to here. We have to wait for Sortira to get back up to cast Shared Life. I'm actually very happy that I invested this heavily into regen. The previous run, I only really heavily invested into regen on the one character, but I had 3 characters that I could have actually invested into regen on. And I actually think that the run would have been a lot easier if I had done it. Because the other regenerators are actually giving me pretty damn good results. And like, imagine if I had a troll in this party. Like, the amount of regen that would be in play from that would be pretty nuts. Let's see here. So we have just the one big one.
I don't know.
Then we have a shit ton of these little ones. I honestly feel like I want to probably burn the little ones first. With just like the one big one in play, I feel like a single big enemy is something that I have to like work my attacks around. But like overall, the sustained damage of all these little things hitting me is like, I think, the bigger threat than the one big enemy. That wouldn't normally be the case, because normally the big enemies would be hitting so hard that it's like an overwhelming strike. Okay, we didn't actually kill the last time. I thought we had. I thought we'd gotten the kill, and that's why that big burst of damage came in, but probably I just got hit by a rock blast. My hope is that later in the run, we'll be able to handle stuff like this more efficiently. I might have actually killed one. There might have been 3 here, because this thing is so low off of like one. Like, that was that low off of the whittling that was done. So I might have actually killed one and then got another one almost dead. We might have almost killed ourselves by just blowing up multiple rocks there, actually. So we've taken those out, and we can burn through this very quick. But we need to be a bit careful. We can also take more heavy direct melee damage if we are we've used about we're approaching the point where we've used half of our invis capacity.
I don't know.
So damn. Portal's at negative 2800. Luckily, these two are not very negative, but they don't really regenerate at all, so. Yeah, Cortal's regen being this high is actually very useful for me. I'm pretty happy with this party overall. I think that there are problems with it. But a lot of the problems that I'm having with this party are fundamentally tied to the fact that I have...
I don't know. I don't know.
I haven't gotten my characters fully online yet. I still don't have access to the GM spirit and stuff like that on Sortira. I don't have GM plate. I don't have GM shield. I don't have too many Grand Masteries. I don't have GM axe, for instance. I only have expert blood and unholy, which is something that I should not have come in here with only expert blood. I should have had master blood in play for this dungeon. I was intending to do like everything that I could to appropriately set up for this dungeon, and I forgot to do that. And that's a big and important thing to get done. This is a mid-tier boulder. We're going to try to burn through that. Unfortunately, from that angle, we seemed to be hitting multiple targets, I think. So... are we hitting...
I don't know it.
I think we might have been hitting multiple targets.
I don't know it. I've never seen one before.
Okay. Whew. Keep the regen in play. I should probably just pop out to grab my
I don't know. I don't
call
know.
it.
Ow!
I should be popping out to grab more food, but I'm gonna clear a few more of these out first. Not a good idea. I should just do that.
I don't know.
But we're gonna do it. We're gonna clear out this one at the very least. We might clear out
don't
more,
know.
but honestly, there are so many here that I think that I'm taking unnecessary risks here. Let's see here. This is risk-taking behavior that I don't need to engage in. But we should be able to clear through this boulder. We've done a little bit of chip damage to the bigger one, but not a ton. There were no sound effects there for some reason. I wonder what's causing that. It's kind of odd. But we should be able to clear through this boulder here. With this one down,
Never seen one before.
we just have a bunch of really little ones and the big one. And, of course, Cortal is asleep. But we have awakened. We have awakened. So, we're going to go up. We're just going to grab some food. And we're going to save the game. I'm not going to use any of the food for this pack. Because when we leave, we can save off the back of that. So we'll have saved the progress that we've made so far. Unfortunately, we can't cast Fly. Because I can't afford to use the mana for that. So we're just going to walk. And the hope is that the boss doesn't end up being too much of an issue. And we can basically just go in, get a single round of attacks in, leave, go in, single round of attacks, leave. Just continue along that vein. I definitely want to be killing the boss first. I don't want to be killing any of the little ones around it, because the bulk of the damage for that pack is almost certainly going to be coming from the boss itself.
Join the party.
And
Any delicacy you like.
the let's see.
A library of
Just
magical knowledge.
So since the bulk of the damage is going to be coming from the boss itself, I don't think that hitting the others is going to make the fight meaningfully simpler. It doesn't change the variance that much, I don't think. And the potential to die... But then again, there's only a couple of them, so I only have to deal with the explosion like 2 or 3 times before it's just over, right? Before I've dealt with all the ads. So it might make some sense to try to deal with the ads. Well, the basic issue with it is you're trying to control for your variance, right? So you want to control for the RNG. And the question is, which gives you a simpler task, which is having a longer period of time with the most dangerous setup that you have at all, which is to say every enemy is alive. So you're taking the absolute full amount of damage you can possibly take, and it's variable which targets are getting hit.
I don't know.
And it's actually very variable which targets are getting hit because there's multiple enemies who can. Are there 2 top tiers still? Wait a second. There might still be 2 top tiers left. Oh my god. There's still 2 top tiers. The boss is going to be so easy by comparison to this.
I've never seen one before. I don't
This
know
is so much more dangerous than the boss. This room had what?
Just but a scratch.
It's 4 or was it 5? I guess it's 4, right? I could be wrong. It's possible that the it's possible that the bosses
I don't know. I don't know.
more dangerous than this. That's a concern. Okay, can you cast Awaken? Sure can. You sure can. Okay, so as long as Severia is up, we can get the Awaken cast.
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know.
Okay, that's not what I want.
I don't know.
Ooh. Wait, did the boulder actually get moved?
I don't know.
Is that even
Just but a
possible?
scratch.
Can they be moved by hitting them? Can I reposition the boulders like a tiny bit or something? It's going well. We've got... I thought that I was down to just 1 boulder left in this room, but we actually have 2. The migraine is going away,
I don't know.
and
I don't know.
we only have 2 rooms left, one of which has a boss, but I think is going to be an easier room overall than the room that we're in right now. And we've dealt with the hardest part of this room already. We already cleared out the top tiers and the bottom tiers that were over here. This room was just so jam-packed with enemies. Like a mind-boggling number of them. So we are pretty much in the clear at this point, I think. I think we're pretty much in the clear. The only issue is that Ulrin has Insanity. So, we got the Insanity proc, and I didn't even hear the proc go off.
I don't know.
Because
I don't know.
for whatever reason today I'm
I
having
don't
some
know.
weird issue where sometimes the sounds turn off. Like the sound effects are sometimes deactivating. I've had that problem before in Might and Magic, and I don't remember what the context was. But we are making progress. We've got
I've never seen
this pack almost
I've
fully
never seen
cleared. And then we're going to start the long and difficult process of clearing through the boss room. The boss is going to take it 1,000,000 years to take out. But it should be, yes. I actually didn't check the changelog. What's the changelog say? I don't see anything on the changelog for today. But yes, it should be updated. Oh, yeah, the extra skill points. That was yesterday. I already did that in yesterday's stream. I think that's a very interesting change. It'll be interesting to see how it impacts the hybrids. It was a huge upgrade to the number of skill points that Oren
I
had.
don't know.
And it's actually going to be very valuable for my build that I have for this party. It also meant that it was worth it for me to invest into sword, because it's like costs like half as much or whatever because I had spirit already up. So it's like, well, yeah, that's worth it then. So it's going to be very interesting to have all those extra skill points and
I don't know
be
it.
able to
I've never seen one before.
tinker with them. Because I was thinking it was going to be really quite expensive to get all of these characters to have their 1 or 2 masteries that they're getting. Let's see. There's very regular updates. I think the June 2.5 update is like a release, but there's continually like build updates on the GitHub that you can if you click on what is the button at the top? There's a button at the top that says like builds or something like that.
I don't know.
Yeah, there's generally updates pretty regularly if you're on the most if you're updating the most up to date pushes to the GitHub, and then there's like is it like stable releases? Is that how you would refer to the 3.0, 2.5 releases? Is that is stable release still a thing that people use to describe those kinds of releases? Still have a migraine. I still have the justification for my brain not working. Tee. All day today I get to
I don't know.
use the
don't
migraine
know.
excuse. My head feels a lot better now though. Oh wow, that was not optimal. Yeah, that's the reason. I am before stream, or I actually did it while I was on stream today, but usually I do it before stream. That's not true. 50-50. But I will often. I basically try to always update it before I start stream, because I just like to be on the most up to date version at all times. So sometimes I'll start up stream and then something will fail catastrophically because I've updated. Catastrophically is a strong term. A strong word, but occasionally something will have broken in the thing that happened in 4 seconds prior. But that's just the fun
I don't know.
of playing on the bleeding edge.
I don't know. I don't know.
The development cycle is very aggressive. They're so fast. Let's see. I'm so unused to playing
I don't know.
works in progress kind of mods.
I don't know.
And it's a very interesting experience to just be like, oh yeah, we're experiencing this as it's being built. The transition to the transition to the new buff system was so interesting and so cool. That was wild. That was a wild couple of days, just being like, wait a second, what? I knew it was coming because it had been discussed in the Discord, but
I don't know.
I did not understand it. There were key elements of it that I didn't understand, and that I didn't understand for days after, actually, with the base SP pool thing. Like I didn't know that. Like I didn't understand how that whole thing worked. Excuse me. When I first was using it. Okay, this is an issue. We don't have enough invis to get us through this section here. So that's a concern. I feel like I want to burn you down. That one's toast. We're gonna go heal, and I think I might have to not use any more invises. Yeah, there's been a lot of changes too since June. It's a lot. So you'll have a lot of fun new stuff to be playing with. I'm gonna try to just dive in here.
I've never seen one before.
They are very low tier, so I should be able to make good progress with only like a round of combat, basically. That should be feasible. So... oh. Whoop.
Have no fear.
That went fine. That went fine. You're a native 2600. The fact that Ulrin went insane is going to make my life miserable. And I think that's very funny. The 3 a.m. hit the only character in the party that I need the mana from. That is going to be rough. Okay, so we're going to basically just have to do a bunch of saves instead of a bunch of invises for now, because we do absolutely need the invis for the boss. We're not approaching a boss with invis. That's an insane thing to do. So, let's see. Well, we have healing. We have healing from Sortira. The issue is that we don't have invis. When Kortal goes down and everybody's unconscious except Kamanatin, my healing disappears because I don't have regen active and I don't have anybody who can pick anybody up. Because Kamanatin has a bunch of body magic skill now, but I still don't have a healing spell, like at all. Kamanatin just doesn't have a healing spell, so Kamanatin can't pick anybody up yet. Luckily, Kortal will get up sooner, rather than later. But Kortal also needs a lot more mitigation. Right now, Kortal doesn't have very much HP, which is obviously a problem. But I also don't have very good mitigation on Kortal right now. So, Kortal, who maintains the regen, tends to go really negative. I haven't found a single map so far. No maps yet. Kortal is my Death Knight. surprisingly squishy right now because I just haven't found any really good plate. So both of my plate users have like kind of like mediocre plate, but then Kortal is not like dedicating all of his gear to surviving because he was the one maintaining the preservation, because he was never maintaining preservation. So I might eventually transition regen over to being maintained by Komanatin, and I might not. We'll see. At the moment, I don't have regen on Komanatin yet. I haven't picked up the spell yet. I'm actually going to go... I don't know if I saved. I don't think I did. I'm going to go ahead and just save this. We're going to basically do 2 sets here. That is very unfortunate. Okay, good. Kortal's back up. But at the very least, it's useful that Kortal has regen as a skill as one of the people who's as the person who's maintaining the spell. Because it means that he'll come back up automatically. Okay. We're at 89%. We have
I don't know it. I've
this
never
boulder to burn through.
Ow!
I should have probably used a shared life there to steal some of Komanatin's HP. How are we doing? Negative 400, we're fine. So it's slow going, but once we finish this dungeon, I do think that we'll be on easy street for at least a while. It's going to be a while before we have to come back to Might Metagate after this, I think. So, let's see. So that should help. And hopefully we find a useful weapon at some point. Komanatin is really tanky right now. And Komanatin doesn't even have, like, a staff of, like a vampiric staff.
I've never seen it. Still standing.
Let's see. Speaking of changing things, Malekith, have you considered changing the item ID that's being pointed at for the fire resistance potion quest, so that it's one of the elemental resistance potions? Doesn't matter if you use like the white one or one of the black ones, because you have like the pure resistance potion, like pure elemental resistance, which makes a lot of sense. Like if you want to maintain the difficulty as being a on par with the of darkness potion, so pure resistance potion makes a lot of sense if they're supposed to be permanently, beneficial, or doing one of the other ones, because it's weird to give them darkness potions. It's not a huge deal, but it's. I don't know how difficult a change that is, because it's just like changing the pointer to a different item ID. But depending on how that's handled, it could be harder or easier. Let's see. Gotcha. Alright, well, then it's not important. If it's gonna break something, it's not important. That is my general philosophy. If it's gonna break something important, not a big deal. For the, purely aesthetic differentiation between one potion or another, Let's see here.
I don't know it.
Because if you wanted to go about it by changing it on the other end, then that would presumably require reworking all the recipes to point to the correct objects, which would be a pain in the ass. Let's see. Whoop. Hello, friend. Yape. We're all good, all good. Okay, I'm gonna pop back in there. We're gonna blow up. Oh, did we already blow it up? Alright, so it looks like it's just the one. No, it isn't. There's multiple standing in front of it. Alright, we're gonna go back to the strat. Look, we will finish this dungeon eventually. There is more to this game than just this dungeon. It's a thing. It is true that we can, in theory, reach locations that are not in Murmur Woods. Okay. It's also going to be such a pain in the ass to teleport around now. Hey, maybe the boss has a disease proc.
I've never seen one before.
Wouldn't that be fun?
I've never seen one before.
Okay, so it looks like we already killed the one that we injured the last time. Alright, we're just gonna chill here for a second. We took quite a bit of damage there. But yeah, once we've cleared this room, we will have access to the final room and the chests. Or I guess the one chest. There's just one chest in this room. But we can loot the one chest that's in this room. Is that the last other enemy? It might be. Unfortunately, it looks like Kortal does get one shot by the rock blast. Holy shit! Wait, how much earth resistance do you even have? Not much. You take way more damage than I expect for. I think you do have earth resistance, right? You do have 21% earth resistance on this belt. Wild. Okay, so everybody's healing up a bit. And then we can dive the top tier that's left over. And the hope here is that we can... Oh, never mind. There's still a room. And I do prefer, I think, to take out the little ones first. Do I need to go back this far, actually? I'm not casting into this again. I'll probably just pop back in. The, so we have... Oh, did I blow up the other one? No.
I've never seen one before.
It's not obviously visible. I need to clear out the, clear out the spares. Okay. we go. That is a lot of HP being yoinked off of Komanaten. There we go. Yeah, I think we're probably just going to blow up the big one first because I'm struggling to hit the little one.
I don't know it.
So I feel like that's just what's going to happen, whether we like it or not. And I don't hate it, so it's probably fine. We have several saves. We're going to save here.
I don't know it.
Just hit in the face with a rock blast right off the bat. We need to get at it. We can't. We're not making that explosion happen while Komanaten's at 30% life. That's maybe not a great plan. You know, just maybe. Maybe don't invite that much pain and misery into your life. Okay, let us save the game, get back in here. We can probably burn through this on this attempt. Yes, we can. So we now have the top tier dead, and Komanaten is doing fine. Unfortunately, Kortal is not doing fine. I think I might, because we don't have to worry about rock blasts anymore, I might just dive in here and start dealing damage. Because it can only do single target damage, so it's not like it's... Okay, I say it can only do single target damage, then I literally blow it up instantly, so... Did in fact do AoE. Okay. Let's see. Yeah. You know, look, I certainly did a lot of it. I certainly blew myself up quite a bit with Shared Life in the previous run. Okay. So we have the Druid Circlet of Power, which... Is that even used for anything?
Ooh. We don't need this. We don't need this.
Is this dungeon for an unimplemented quest? Is that what it is? Like, there were originally going to be druids in the game as a class, and this was going to be a promotion quest for the druids. Gotcha. Gotcha. Well, unfortunate. Business. So, we have some number of invis spells that we can cast. We're going the wrong direction. But we have some number of invis spells we can cast. We can use that to... well, we still have to deal with the boss room. So we have an exploding boss in the other room. And it's exploding on multiple levels because every attack that it does will deal AoE damage. And it'll explode when it dies. So the plan right now is to basically just start beating on that boss and hope that there aren't enough dangerous enemies in there to make it too much of a pain in the ass. But I'm grabbing food before we... I'm going to try to...
Any delicacy you
I think like 15 seconds later, and I would have been too late to go get food. So we're basically just going to pop out, then we can pop back in. We have 17 saves, and I think we're basically just going to use them every 2 attacks, maybe? I'm going to have to figure out how I want to handle my mana, because this is a pretty long run. The area, the enemies are spawned at the back of this room, and it's a fairly big room. Am I using Dark Grasp? I don't have Dark Grasp. What did I get here? I have Frostbite, I think. Yeah, we don't have. We have the first promotion, but we don't have access to a Dark Master trainer at the moment, I don't think. So We also don't have the mastery of body, but we should have access to that. Yeah, Shadowspire. We haven't been to Shadowspire yet. Let's see here. No Shadowspire for us. Okay. It'd be really nice if they would not toss the rocks while in a different room completely. So we have this boulder here. Yeah, this is going to be incredibly rough with no... without the ability to invis for every single attack. Alright. So we're going to invis this. We are going to jump down here. We have at least 2 top tiers, one of which is a boss. And we have... Is that...
I don't know.
It's hard to tell how many are here, but it looks like we probably have... Yeah, we have, I think, 2 top tiers and the boss over there. We might actually have 3 top tiers, but it's hard to tell. I think we only have 2 top tiers and the boss that are visible, and they're showing up in weird ways on different sides of the boss. The concern that I have, more than anything else, is that I might end up having to split my damage a lot. This is targeting the exploder.
I don't know.
Do I target the exploding boulder first? It's going to have so much HP that I don't think that's going to happen. Wow, okay. I'm just not able. Okay, we're going to cast Invis. I must have been too far away. Yeah, this is actually going to be... I think this is at least on par with the place that we just cleared, but we have a third of the mana to do it with. So... God.
I don't know it.
Yep, we don't have a corner we can get to immediately, so we're going to take an extra shot going out. Level difference is probably not that big, honestly. The check.
This shouldn't be a problem.
So these are 136 and I'm 120, so it's not a huge difference in level. I think the little boulders are lower level than me. If I can
This
find
shouldn't be a problem.
low tier.
Let's fight.
The big issue, yeah, the lowest tier of boulder is actually lower level than me. But the
This shouldn't be a problem.
the boulders are really they hit so far outside of their weight class. Just as a creature type, they're just so powerful. They're like... Boulders are oppressively difficult enemies to deal with. Because there's nothing for it other than just kind of like brute force.
I don't know.
To a large degree. Yeah. Yeah, obviously for if you're like a spellcaster team, they're not a huge issue. Though they're still dangerous to spellcasters because they can shoot around corners and stuff like that. It's 3 o'clock. Shit. I have to deal with 3 o'clock again as well. Oh man, that's rough. Alright, well. I didn't cast into this. Yeah, it's fine. We don't need to do this for this. We're gonna just approach without it. This is definitely not gonna bite us in the ass. Hoo boy. No, the game is my friend. It loves me. I should have thought about the fact that I clearly needed to worry about that proc.
I don't know.
when I pointed out that I almost couldn't go to the inn. 258. Save under danger. Okay, load the game. Whew. Well, you know, sometimes... Jesus, we are in for a rough one. Okay. I shouldn't have done that, actually. I need to save every single point on that character. Let's go. Okay, we got the Insanity proc onto Severia, which is what we want to see. Let's go. Okay, let's get this saved under dungeon. Does anybody else have Insanity? I don't think so. So that will help us a bit. We now have a little bit of extra damage on Severia, at least.
I don't know.
So, did we really only do that much damage to this
I don't know.
fucking thing? Oof.
Just gonna sprout.
Oh, it's so rough. Oh, it's so rough. Oh, man. Oh, it's so rough. You probably have like minus 12. Okay, you're way lower than that. Man, if only I shared life on Chromonauton. There we go. Get Corchal up. Yep, I have a caster party that I started playing, but I don't know. I like the difficulty of trying to figure out how to brute force a thing when I just don't have the tools to handle a situation. Like there's so many solutions to a problem like this. And to be like, okay, well, what's my solution to this problem? Well, die, mostly. That's mostly my solution, is to die horribly. We can actually cast Invis with Severia eventually, which is kind of interesting. We'll actually have 2 characters who can use Invis.
I don't know it.
I don't know how useful that is, but
I don't know it.
it's a fun fact.
I don't
Where
know
the fuck
it.
where are
I
you?
don't know
There
it.
you are. Just appearing out of ether. One of the other nice things about oh god, we don't have very much food. I'm going to keep saving for now, but I need to bear in mind that I'm probably going to have to get food for each one of these that I clear. Like, each of these
I don't know.
boulders, but I've already used, like, half of my
know.
food, and it's not at half
I don't
life.
know.
So, I need to
know.
start... Oh god, well, Severia hit the wrong target, but that's fine. It's very suboptimal, but it's fine. Okay. So... we are not... I really wish that I had Master Mind. The
I
inability
don't know.
to cure this insanity is such a huge issue.
I don't know. I don't know.
Because if I had cure insanity, I'd be golden here, right? Like we'd be pretty much just fully set. Cure insanity gets the job done pretty effectively on its own. Because then I have unlimited invises, and if I have unlimited invises, I'm pretty much fine. I think I am gonna save this once my characters get a bit healthier. Yep, the insanity is a big problem for me. Turns out. Turns out that is in fact an issue. Okay, it costs 15. We've used almost half of our SP, and we haven't even gotten the first enemy to half-life.
I don't know.
That's an issue. And I hit this exploding boulder again, which is a big issue. So, here's the music again. We have to basically go at least
I don't know.
for now, at least 2
I don't know.
rounds per save.
I'll have no fear.
I have a bit of fear, actually. I have a bit of fear. But we're fine. So, preservation's still up. We're waiting on Kortal to get up. Once Kortal's up, which is going to take 1 billion years, we then have to wait for everybody else to start regenerating up, which is going to take another 1 billion years. Oh man, imagine if I had actually gotten the spells that I could have gotten and the masteries that I could have gotten. Imagine that world. That would be such a nice world. It's so good. So delightful. Okay, there we go. We got 2 up. We just need the 1. Okay, there we go. And I think we can save. I think we got a pretty decent amount of damage done there. Hopefully we can clear out this first one. Unfortunately, all the hits that are going into the exploding boulder are fully wasted. Those hits are not going to do anything because I am going to have to leave to go get more food. And I don't think damage to anything other than my current primary target does, like, anything at all. So, that's unfortunate, but that's just the life that we live. So, we're at 10 food.
I don't know.
We have a boulder here.
I don't know.
Starting to get low.
Ow.
I'm gonna do a third before I save, I think. Should I do a third before I save? No, I'm gonna save now. We're running close to the point where we're gonna just run out of invises, and I don't know what I'm gonna do about that. The food is actually less of a concern for me right now than the
I've never seen one before.
the mana situation. Interesting. The SP situation is a very serious problem. So I guess I can probably cure disease on you. I'm gonna just cure disease on Kortal. Because Kortal doesn't need to We'll worry about it. Cure fear. I think fear might. I only have experts though. The do we do another save? Yeah, I'm gonna do another save. I think I got a pretty good hit in there. I'm happy to do another save. So we're at 6 food. Luckily,
I don't know.
Invis is only 15, which is pretty cheap.
I don't know.
I had a decent amount of damage in there. I actually did 2 rounds of combat, but it wasn't a lot of damage. It was all like little hits, nothing super chunky. So we're going to invis up. We're going to pop back over here. We're at 45, so we have, in theory, 3 more invis castings available to us,
I've never seen one before.
which is probably like just barely enough
I've never seen
to
one.
get this thing down if we can find it.
I don't know it. I've never seen one before.
Have no fear.
Did I save just there? I did, right? Komanatin surviving the blasts. Not saving after that. We did basically nothing there. But I'm not reloading either because we need the time. There we go. I guess I should just put it on double speed while I'm waiting, right? That would make a large degree of sense. Since I'm just sitting here in a corner waiting for my characters to come back to consciousness. But yeah, we're technically regenerating SP. Technically, it is occurring. Okay. We saving here? No, we don't need to save. I don't think. So, we're casting Invis. We don't need to save because we haven't actually accomplished anything other than wasting time. So, and the time that we wasted there gave us less SP than the SP that we wasted using an Invis that didn't do any damage. So,
I've never seen one before.
okay, that I think did some damage. Got a little bit done there. Not a lot, but we got a little bit done there. Cortal's back up. I'm gonna wait until Komanatin is pretty much back up to full before we do the shared life. We don't want to put Cortal up high quickly. We want to do that as late as possible. Okay, so we've now done 2 rounds. I think I can just save this under danger. It's fine. Can do an invis, and we should be good to go. I think it will probably be 2 or 3 more rounds. Depends on how bad my luck is with attacks.
Have no fear.
But we're just gonna wait here again, sit on double speed until people start popping back up. Unfortunately, we're wasting all this regen during the time period that they're at full. And I feel like we can probably save this under dungeon. We have 1 more save in us. And because of the fact that there's the concern that I'm going to instigate the enemy and then die,
I don't know.
I do want to have a save after basically every single one of these, as long as I do pretty much any damage at all. I'm not sure if that's worth saving, honestly. Doing my final save. have to do one more shared life. Once this takes off. Never mind, I can't. There we go. So now we can invis, and we can go check whether we want to save or not. I'm going to take a look at the HP bar on that enemy. If the HP bar is moved, like,
I've never
to a
seen one
point...
before.
Okay, it's moved to a point where we're almost guaranteed a kill here. So I'm happy to save. That's the important bit, is just, do I have lethal on this enemy right now? But yeah, the issue here is that without more SP, I don't know
I've never seen
how
one before.
I will...
What is it?
be able
Have
to
no fear.
handle. That was pretty fucking close. That was pretty fucking close. We got the kill though. So we can go upstairs. We did get the kill though, right? We did, right? Yeah, we got the kill. We got the kill. 100%. 100% we got the kill. No question about it. We got the kill. We're going to go grab our food. So we actually have something to do while we're waiting now, which is go grab the next set of food. And I don't know how I want to handle my problem here. I don't have the mind magic spell that gives me mana regen on everybody. Is it a master spell or an expert spell? Because if it's an expert, I can pick it up. I just need to find it. And because in Might Magic 6, it was a basic level spell, but I don't think it is anymore.
Join the party. Any delicacy you like.
So we're popping back. How much mana do we have for invis? We have one invis in the tank. So alright, I think that we're gonna save this under what is this? Druid I think that we need to solve this. We're not going to be able to clear the dungeon without making use of something, right? We are going to need to do some shenanigans in order to make this work. We have to get the insanity cleared. We don't really have an option to not. So there's a few options for how to handle that. The first option is to use a consumable. I think there's a white potion that clears your status effects. So that's the kind of like boring, uninteresting way of handling it. We could also figure out a way to get ourselves diseased to go trigger the Erathia thing, but that would require traveling around. And we also have potentially other options. Let's take a look at this well. Does this well disease us? If this well diseases us, then we're golden, I think. We basically just need to put down a Lloyd's Beacon here. You're poisoned? You're poisoned. Damn. There's a lot of wells that do poison. Disease, not so much. I know there's one in Blackshire. But I don't have access to Blackshire. could I do to disease myself? We don't have low enough perception to use the trash heaps. So, what else do we have available? We have trash heaps. We have the well in Blackshire that I know about. I'm surprised that there aren't any. Like, I know that I cured 3 levels of disease in Might and Magic 6 with just using wells to reset it. So I know that there's at least 3 wells with different levels of disease on them. And I only need 1 level of disease. It doesn't matter what I get. As long as I'm diseased, I can cure this insanity in Rathia. But I need the disease first. So... But the other option, and I think it's a reasonable option, we've done so much cheating in this dungeon. Do we feel like doing the ultimate cheating and using just a simple consumable that fixes the problem immediately and not worry about it? Because I think that we might want to actually do that. As crazy as that might sound. As crazy as it might sound to just make a potion that heals me. We're gonna be that. Are we gonna be that crazy? I think we might go that crazy. We might literally go that crazy. No, I think it's more fun to try to figure out what well we can use for this. So give me a second. I'm gonna pull up the Might and Magic 6 maps because there's a bunch of maps in Might and Magic 6, and I know that a bunch of them have diseased wells. I know it. But the problem is I don't know if I have access to any of them right now. So... Iron Fist, Mist... I don't think there's necessarily one in New Sorpagol. I don't see one here. Iron Fist. Mist. Just gonna have to go back to the old runs to figure this out. Hey, Giant Riders. Let's see. Bootleg Bay is promising. There's a poison well. Not what I'm looking for. Fountain Magic. Okay, Freehaven. This is not an annotated map. Why is the Freehaven map not annotated? They cut off the actual things for what they do. That's very funny. Let's see. Let's look at the Freehaven map on the wiki. Okay, that didn't help me too much. Please stop. Okay. The sheer volume of pop-ups at these fandom wikis is so insane. Well... Okay. No dice. I have no idea where the disease wells are. I know that there's one in Blackshire. But I also know that there's 3. I also know that there have to be 3 of them because I got one for each variant. I don't know where the other 2 are. So where else can we go? We've gone... We could try Titalia. I don't know how we would get disease in Titalia. Where else have we been that we haven't been recently to check? I don't know where else we would go to get ourselves diseased. Because that's what I want to do. What I want to do is just get myself diseased and go cure it off. Because we've now reached the point where we're at the limits of what we can do without curing the insanity. I don't think we can do any... I don't think we can finish this without curing the insanity. So... Without curing... we might just need to make the potion. As dirty as that is. I think that might just be the thing that has to happen. Might be... It might be the only answer because we don't have access to the skill yet to cure the insanity. I'd love to have better options than that. We definitely don't have access to Master Air yet. So, if we don't have access to Master Air yet, we have... I think we might be limited to just doing the thing. We might need to just use a consumable for it. Before we use a consumable for it, we are going to check just how bad it is popping in here and just not using invis. There's only 2 top tier enemies in this pack now. But the thing is that this is a very bad corridor to approach because they shoot into the corridor and start blasting me with a rock blast before I even get in line of sight of them. So this is... Oh wait, was there only the 1 top tier? There might have only been the 1 other top tier actually. So... I mean, I technically got in and out there. We're trying to take out a substantially weaker enemy. We might be able to do this with just saves. Let's try to do this with just saves. We're going to not use invis until we're going to be fighting the boss itself, I think. That doesn't make a ton of sense. That's not the way to handle this. No, it is the way to handle this. This is the way to handle it because we need the invises for when we have the boss near death. So, what I'm going to try to do here is we're going to make a save. We're going to save under dungeon. I think this can be done. It's going to take a lot of reloading, but I think that we can get this done. I don't think that we technically need invis because if there's not another, how much damage did we do the last time? I can't see it from here. No, I can't. Okay, so we did a bit of damage, but not very much. So, goal now is just to get into melee, get, one clean hit off, basically, one clean round of attacks before we get obliterated.
I don't
and
know.
then pull out. And then we save. And if we can do this enough times, we will eventually make it work. We'll eventually get this as long as we are able to just keep saving. Just keep saving.
I don't know.
How much? Yeah, we got a pretty decent amount of damage there. Yeah, so we're going to be able to work through these. Then we just need to go in, work through the boss itself. I think this will work. Because each time we kill an enemy, we are simultaneously weakening the pack as a whole. I think I was hitting the wrong target that whole time, but it doesn't matter because we died anyway. We're going to be weakening the pack as a whole, so it should get a little bit easier with each one that we kill. But also, every time we kill one, we can go refresh our food. So we should.
I don't know.
We got pretty good hits there. Hopefully, we survive. We survived. Nice. Nice. Okay. Well, that's a little bit insane, but okay. We're gonna need to regen back like 6,000 HP. So many rock blasts. But yeah, I was thinking that this was going to be just functionally impossible without curing the insanity. But now that we've taken out the other top tier there, I think that this is possible. It's just going to require that we take another maybe 2 death saves. Something like that. I could probably turn... Should I take the risk? I'm going to take the risk. I'm going to turn on the light. I'm going to turn on my light. I don't think that my migraine is in a bad position right now. We're going to turn on the light. We're not going to turn it up. We're going to leave it on the lowest setting instead of putting it a little bit higher. Does that even make much of a difference if I only have it on this low setting? It might not even be worth it. It's fine. I guess I shouldn't have, paused the game while I was fucking with my light, considering we were literally just sitting here waiting. Okay. So, we can save the game. We'll save this under danger. And we can start moving over here again. Get this stuff done. Dodge past that. Fix anyway. Die? No, we don't die. How low is everybody? Negative 2,700. Okay, that should be faster than it was last time at the very least. Sit on double speed for a bit. We should at the very least be able to kill one before we run out of food. So, as long as we're able to take out one of them before we run out of food, this is not going to be too crazy. It's going to be a pain in the ass, but it's not going to be that insane. So we will also have a decent bit of mana saved up so that we can
Let's fight.
ration our decision making for the final approach. Ooh, that's really rough. There is another. I think there's another top tier
Tis but a
attack.
scratch.
I'm almost positive there's another top tier here. Okay. I think there's another top tier, and I just don't know where it is. We didn't take that much damage there, but yeah, I think I'm getting double hit with the boss and another top tier hitting me with rock blast sometimes. That's funny. I didn't even realize that Torchlight was being cast by Severia. Okay, go. Hurry up and wait. Y'all know how it is. I saved in a dungeon. I should be swapping back and forth each time, but it's not a big deal.
Ow!
Ow.
Okay, we got a pretty big hit there, actually. But that might have been me hitting something in the back. And hey, we got one of these iterations in where Cortal was actually conscious the whole time. So we don't have to wait for Cortal to come back up before we pop back in. So I think I can probably, on this like food bar, take out a couple of boulders here. We might be able to take out like 3 of them, maybe. We should probably be able to clear this boulder on this attempt. It's tempting actually to just cast Invis to clear this boulder. I actually should do that. That makes a huge amount of sense.
I don't know.
Because it allows us to get the pull set up properly. We're going to do that. We don't need this much mana for the final phase of this, so rather than saving the mana for the final phase, we're instead going to be using it for when we are going to go for a kill. So we're going for a kill here, which means that we're going to get things exploding in our face at the start.
I don't know.
We didn't get the kill. Shit. Oh, did we get the kill? We might have gotten the kill. Alright. I think we got the kill, actually. Was this at 95% before? I think we might have actually gotten the kill there. Perfect. So, if we got the kill there, then that's amazing, and we are all set. Hit double speed. And we can go back over here. So now, we just need to burn down the next one into... Where'd all my mana go? What just happened? Where'd my mana go?
Ow.
I didn't accidentally cast Shared Life with... Well, shit. I just burned through my entire mana bar. It's possible that one of them has Mana Drain. If one of them has SP Drain as a effect, that would be very unfortunate for me. Okay, we're just gonna pop double speed. Have to wait so long for you to get back up. Alright. We are going to save this under danger. Just walk straight into that.
I don't know.
I don't even have any damage moves there. Never mind. Alright, we're gonna reload that. No reason to, wait through that again. We do have the ability to cast another invis.
Tis but a scratch.
So
I don't know.
we are really having a rough time now, all of a sudden. Interesting. You'd think things would get easier once they died, but...
I don't know. Have no fear.
Well, we got some damage in. Now we wait. Now we wait. Luckily, Cortal came back up reasonably quickly. God, it's gonna take forever. 2,300. It is tempting to try to hit the boss. It's just that hitting the boss, I feel like we can't hit the boss right now. We don't have enough food for that. Yeah, I think that because of the food situation, I don't think there's a lot of option there to... Are you fucking kidding me? That's so much fucking damage. Just like 3 boulders all in play, 2 of them heading straight to me before I even enter the room.
I don't know.
So we're gonna try to burn through this one. And we got through that pretty cleanly. That was a pretty clean interaction. Unfortunately, there's a lot of RNG in this. A lot of it just comes down to the specific details of what's happening. Oops, I walked right into that because I'm cool like
Haven't
that.
seen this coming before.
Have no fear.
Comes the big hit that just blows up the entire party. It wasn't that huge a hit. We're fine. We're not in the negative. Yeah, I think that to me indicates that there's definitely another one in play, because that rock blast I'm almost positive did not come from the boss. If it came from the boss, I think it would have been way more in the negative. Alright, let's save.
What is it?
Oh, come on, don't miss.
Have no fear.
This is fine. Everything's fine. Everything's fine! Komanaten coming online. I mean, not even coming online. Komanaten getting that promotion really is the only reason that this is remotely viable. And it's a good thing that we have Komanaten in play. We have a few more castings of Invis available to us, which is good. I'm gonna save under danger. I don't know that we need to tag the invis yet. It's probably a good idea too, though, honestly, because I think that we probably have near death. Yes, we do.
What is it?
Okay, we got the kill, but we're gonna die probably. We didn't die. We got the kill and we didn't die. We were so greedy. We were so greedy. So greedy, didn't get punished. Let's go. Okay, so we've got two of the little ones down. We've got one of the big. Well, we've got two of the mid tiers down. We've got one of the big ones down. I think that there's another big one hiding inside the boss somewhere. So that is a lot of HP that we need to get through. We're gonna try to clear out more of like the little ones, which is gonna help. I think it's gonna help quite a bit. But we'll see how it goes. Perfect. I am going to cast Invis, but first we are going to save again. So we're going to save first. Saving this under dungeon. We are invising. And we're going to take a look at what's here. So we still have two invises in the tank
I don't know.
that we can use. We have multiple little ones here.
I don't know.
And is this the top tier? This is a top tier. Okay. So we have a top tier here, but we can't clear this with only 5 saves, can we? We don't even have 5 saves. We only have 4 saves. So I don't think I can necessarily clear this with the resources that I have on tap. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to clear out some more of the little ones. It looks like we've dealt a tiny sliver of damage to the boss.
I haven't seen this kind before.
What I'm looking for right now is you.
Easy for me.
Now have no fear.
Yikes. Okay. All set. That's a really weak one, so it might actually already be dead, because I was there for like 2 combat rounds. It might literally already be dead. We're at 96%. Was I at 95 before, or did I tick to 96 when I killed that other one? I don't actually know. So we're unfortunately going to have to wait quite a bit here. Do we want to actually pop over? I think we do. Wait, no. No, we don't. We need to... I mean, we only dealt like 1 hit into that thing. Like, it's not like it's a big deal, the amount of damage that we've done. It makes, I think, a degree of sense to head back out and go grab food so that we can start on the other one. And I think that's what we're going to do. We're going to start on the one in the back. It's going to be a huge pain in the ass to get any sort of damage into that thing. Getting damage into the other big one is... I basically have to go past them all. And because of the fact that I'm not going to be invis for it, I'm like exposing myself to extra attacks for every complication in the movement that I have. But I kind of feel like I have to do it that way. I think the boss has like way more HP. So like clearing the boss first doesn't seem like a reasonable way to handle it. But maybe it is. Maybe it is the way that I need to handle it. It's just clearing the boss. Because if I clear out the boss...
Join the party. Any delicacy you like.
If I clear the boss out, then it's a very easy pack from there, right? The boss is probably the easiest target to set up. Like, it's easiest to get attacks in on the boss. Out of all of the targets. And the routing to get to the boss is basically any routing I want. The routing to get to the other one is potentially more complicated than that. But the thing is that I don't think I can save after every iteration. if I'm going for the boss. I don't think I can do that. So, with that being the case, because I think the boss has too much HP for that, I'd have to go every couple of rounds, which I think I had to do for the other one too, right? Yeah, I think I have to go every couple of rounds, even for just the normal big one. I don't think I have enough HP, or I don't think I have enough food. I don't think that thing's targetable right now. We're gonna just start burning down the big one. We're gonna die. I'm gonna reload. What is the most recent save? Most recent save is Druid Shenaniganry. We're going to pop it. I guess it's technically the autosave, but just pop in here again. And try this again. Do I try to... There's rocks in play. You know what? It doesn't matter, because I got hit by one of the rocks already, so... We've already had the attempt to go to shit. I'm actually going to reload this. There's no reason to accept this. We did no damage to that thing. And I don't think that we killed that thing, by the way. We did not actually get the kill. So, we have that little one in play still. I don't think I can do anything other than tag the boss. We can try to get this little one first. Try to get the little one and the mid-tier, actually, if we want.
Have no fear.
And that gets us a little bit of a damage reduction. It's not huge, though. Not gonna lie. It's not a big deal. It doesn't really get us that much to clear out those two. On the plus side, it does give us a little bit of extra mana to play with. To invest the time into clearing those out. Unless it doesn't. Because because this thing goes to shit, but we'll see. Okay, I'm gonna pop back in there. This is a little bit injured, but not super injured. We're really not doing a ton to these.
Have no fear.
The real big question here is, could I do enough damage to the boss that 17 saves is enough? And I just don't know the answer to that, honestly. Whoa! F3 is auto run. And F2 is double speed. Holy shit, you are very, very good. Okay. It's 12:50. I'd like to finish this before we end for the day, but I don't know that we can. I can probably get it done in another hour. If I go to 2 o'clock today, we can get this done. So I think that's what we're going to do. That's how I want to handle this, I think. We're gonna go as long as it takes to clear out this last pack so that we can move on with our lives. I don't want to have to come back to this tomorrow. So, I started late, so it makes sense to end late. Right? I've only been live for 2.5 hours. I say because as the reason that I didn't start earlier is because of a health issue.
I've never seen one before.
Doesn't like staring at screens continuously for, you know. Okay, we got one dead and died. And died. So, we've got another one that we can clear out here. And it's 10 p.m.
I don't know.
Okay, we got that dead.
Have no fear.
And we're set. So, that's one more eliminated. So there's less variance in play in terms of who can do what. It's not a huge deal necessarily, but it's something. I still haven't finished my breakfast. I put way too much cereal in this bowl. I was like, oh no, I need to put it on double speed. It's like, oh no, you were on double speed. They are just that dead. Alright. Heal up. We're gonna do it again. Save this under dungeon again. And we've now got... how many dead in this pack? 4 of them or something? Surprisingly not large number of enemies still up considering how many we've already killed.
What is it?
I need an angle that I can actually see this. So I think we need to be facing west in order to be able to see this boulder that we're trying to hit. We need to be in a generally westerly face. Yes, that is the degree of shenaniganry that we need to engage in, is in order to be able to clear this pack, is, okay, if we look to the west, we can see the boulder that we need to kill. Otherwise, we literally can't see it because its body is inside of another enemy's body. And they do not move, so there's no way to make it more coherent than that. Okay, we're going to save this. So we basically are going to need to go around the other direction, I think. So usually we've been going that way. This time we're going this way so that when we get here, we are facing toward the correct direction. So we just need to orient around the east side of the room. Not a huge deal. And it might even be better for us. The trajectory going around the west side might actually just be a more stable trajectory for stuff like this. Okay, so you are now visible. Whoop, I accidentally hit C. We're all set. Can move on. Life is good. So if we can clear out all of these, then we can go grab food again. We're going to have another insanity check. There's no getting around that, since most of our play here is just sitting here waiting. But, you know, such is life. I guess I could pick up the regeneration spell. I don't already have it, do I? I thought I had it. I don't seem to have it, though. Alright. I'm fairly confident that if I had it, I would have seen it when I was checking in the previous stream. Because I feel like I did a pretty decent job of tracking those things. So we actually have several boulders in this pack. Oh, wow. Sortira survived and Komanaton did not. Imagine. Imagine.
I don't know. Have no fear.
Okay. What time is it? 4:55. Okay. Yeah, I think we can probably get this done by 2. In theory. Depends on how bad this goes, actually. Because that's like 3 attempts in a row that have gone completely to shit.
What is it?
Shit, we had the exploder. I didn't want to have the exploder there. But it's fine. We got a little bit of damage into the pack. And on the plus side, the enemies with a lot of HP aren't as tanky as they seem. Okay. That one should go down on the next round. Assuming I get a next round. Please! Oh, that was really funny. Just boo, 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 boo. Okay, we're going to invis in for the next round. And once we've invised our way in there, we can take out the one that we're working on right now. We can take a look at what else is available. We have 110 mana to play with, so we might... I think if we have like 150 mana to play with, we might be able to use that amount of mana to comfortably take out the other top tier. Did I save? Let me save. I think that I saved, but I'm not positive. I should have saved, yeah, because 133 to 139 is only 6 minutes.
I don't know.
Looking around for longer than
I
that.
don't know.
Okay, so we have another boulder here
I don't know. I
that we
don't
can
know.
take out. We have
I
the
don't
exploding
know.
boulder here. We have a couple of little boulders here as well. So... Oh god. Why? Did we blow that up?
Have no fear.
We must have it. We're at 98% now. So we got the kill, and I think that we are going to go for the two little ones on that side, and then once we've gotten those down, then we go for the big one in the back, and we use Invis to clear that one pretty much all the way, maybe, just because it's such a pain in the ass to get into the appropriate position to even hit it. We have to move really far in a weird direction. The alternative there is that we could actually ignore that one and focus the boss. And that might be a more reasonable way to handle it. So if we focus the boss, we can... That's really
I've
rough.
never seen one before.
Okay, that was a lot of solid hits, so we got a good amount of damage in there. That's great. We also didn't take that much damage in return. My hope is that we'll be able to clear out both of those little rocks there. And then with both of those little rocks cleared, we really only have to deal with like the one big one and the boss, those two. I think that that should be a manageable amount of like RNG for the enemy's damage. And we can hopefully go like every 2 or 3 entries we have to save. And we can maybe get things done that way. That's the hope. But we're getting real close here. We're getting real close to being dead here. Okay, I saved right before 3 o'clock. So okay, everybody's weak, no other effects. Perfect. Just what I like to hear. Just what I like to hear. The sweet sound of nothing. We might say the Song of Silence? Okay, where's this? Is it the Song of Silence or the Sound of Silence? I think it's the Sound of Silence.
Ow.
Okay.
Yes.
Nice.
Have no fear.
Unfortunate. Negative 5,000! Okay, we're gonna be waiting here for a while. That's good. Okay, so we have cleared out at least one of those little rocks. I think we've only cleared the one. I don't think we've cleared both of them. We're gonna go back over there and basically just check on them once we have gotten back up. We do need to go buy food, but we can't buy food until 5 o'clock anyway, so we don't need to worry about that for right now. So instead, we're just going to I guess, go over there. I guess I could use Invis to just scout and then reload back. That's a thing I could do. But yeah, at the moment, we're going to be able to do whatever we're doing next with 3 saves. We have 127 mana, so that's enough that we can probably get close to 10, I would think. Thingamabobber's done. I think we can get that. Invises. And if we can get... Why? Sound effects.
I've never seen one before.
So we have this at half-life already, but we're not going to do a ton of damage here because we already lost one of our DPSs before things came in. Toss out the shared life. We can go ahead and just regen back up. So we have one more enemy that we're going to clear, and once we've cleared out that enemy, we can go grab some food, because it'll be 5 o'clock by the time that happens. And then once we've got the food, we can start working on the... I think we'll work on the thing in the back. Okay, we get the exploding boulder. That's super useful. Not at all, because we're leaving. On the plus side, Quartal is still up. We're probably going to have... weirdly enough, I think we are going to have another check for insanity here. We've cleared the bulk of this pack, but we haven't cleared pretty much anything of importance in this pack. I mean, we've gotten like some important enemies down, but we haven't mitigated the majority of the risk at this point. We've just mitigated, a decent amount of risk. Let's see here. Clear that. Probably die. We didn't die. We didn't die. Perfect. So, we've now cleared out all the ones that we're going to clear out on this set of saves. So we can just walk outside and go pick up more food, and then we can just keep working on this pack. We're all good. We have enough mana to probably take out the I think we have enough mana to potentially clear out the non-boss enemy. And I think that might be how I want to approach it, but I'm not sure. I'm kind of tempted to use that mana to basically allow myself to get like 2 rounds of combat off against the boss itself, and basically just stand there for a little bit, because the difference in setup is pretty major. I think that might be how I want to handle it. I might actually want to just go for the boss now. And you know what?
Any delicacy you like.
We're going for the boss. I'm going to try to get the boss down with this pool of mana, or this pool of food. The boss, we should be able to do a lot of damage to it because Severia has the percent-based damage legendary in play. So Severia can get its HP whittled to an appropriately sized pool fairly quickly. The extra damage that she does to them, that extra percent-based damage, is really quite sizable, and she's got a very fast attack speed. It's very reasonable for her to get 2 hits off right at the start, or potentially even more. I could try basically seeing if I use Invis, if Invis will allow me to just get in there and then fairly consistently get a few rounds of combat in And if I can get a few rounds of combat in before I have to leave each time, then I think we might be able to whittle it down pretty fast. Let's see how it goes. Obviously, we're going to do way less damage as its HP drops below certain thresholds. But getting the HP to those thresholds should be fairly uncomplicated. So this is the second enemy. I think it is just these two now. So what we're going to do is this. We're basically attacking until we take some big hits, and then we are running like hell. The other thing about this that's kind of fun and exciting is with us being able to do this, there's also the possibility that Commoniton stuns it.
I don't know.
And we get quite a huge amount of damage in. We could potentially get a huge amount of damage in if Commoniton stuns these fuckers. Oh, I can actually hit the other boulder from here too. We're not going to. We're going to focus the boss. And we are actually going to pop out now, because we did so much damage that I want to preserve it. And I'm glad that I left when I did, because we got tagged twice with boulders on the way out. If we'd gotten tagged by those while we weren't on the way out, that could have potentially gone very badly for us. So we are going to pop this, pop double speed on, and we're going to wait. And we're going to save this under danger, because now we need to be concerned about our mana efficiency with each of these attacks. I'm pretty sure that I dealt plenty to justify that, and we did. We dealt more damage with that hit than we did the last one, I think, which is good because the enemy was lower in HP, which means that we were hitting for less damage per hit, in theory. So we're going to pull out. They did basically nothing to us there. That wasn't necessarily the optimal time to pull out, but you have to, you know, you have to ration your resources appropriately. You don't want to just push your luck indefinitely, because you're going to waste a lot of time, especially since we are now over time. We're not,
I don't know.
like... But yeah, we do still have quite a lot of mana in play. So we've been
I've never seen one before.
able to get a lot of work done very quickly. We're going to get out now. And even though we got hit with a rock blast pretty much instantaneously there, we still were able to get so much damage out. Not having all of the ads doing chip damage, and not even just chip damage, they hit really hard on some of my characters, really like changes the dynamic quite a bit, I think. So let's go ahead and save this under danger. I think that we're going to be able to make good progress through here, and we're actually going to win this pretty fast. I think we've got this. We've got this on lock. There's nothing that's going to stop us from getting this done. We have enough mana, I think, to clear this out, as long as we are being similarly aggressive to how we've been thus far. Obviously, we're currently hitting for tens of thousands of damage. We're not going to be hitting for tens of thousands of damage indefinitely. So the first bit of its HP bar goes down real fast compared to the last bits of its HP bar. Because we're gonna hit for like a tenth as much with Severia by the end of this. How much are we doing now? Severia has 47% of the damage done in this dungeon, and is going to have even higher once we've got the recording for this one. I guess actually she's done the bulk of the really crazy damage she's going to do here. So
I don't know.
She's not going to be getting that crazy of a boost here, but it's going to be pretty big. So Goal here. No, we're done. Unfortunately, Kumonita just barely got ticked down. But that's fine. Having to reload is not an issue. Having an inefficiently used invis is an issue. So we should be...
I can't identify them. I don't know.
Ow!
Okay. And I think that that is about enough. Like 4 hits in one sequence, I think is a pretty solid thinger. Like getting 4 rounds of combat from Severia is... I think that should be sufficient to be able to burn this boss down. Though I could be wrong. Like, admittedly, the boss is probably still above the HP that this thing starts at, right? Like, this only has 123,000 HP. So, it's possible that we feel like we're making much better progress than we actually are. I actually need to reload for that. I can't accept that. That wasn't anywhere near enough damage to justify continuing. I need to get at least 4 rounds of combat in each time, I think, in order to make this work.
What is it? Ow!
Okay, we got 4,
Have no fear.
and we got out. We got the 4 rounds of combat, we got out. So... we're so incredibly wounded now. Alright, we've burned through some percentage of its HP. Getting an extra like 7k. So that means it probably has like 700,000 HP left. I think it'll be fine. I think we're going to be golden here. So, go back to normal speed. Save this under dungeon. Invis up. We've got 72 mana left. And
I don't know.
it might seem like we're well ahead of schedule, but we're not well ahead of schedule.
I don't know.
I don't even know if we're ahead of schedule or behind schedule, to be perfectly honest.
Ow!
We're gonna stay here until something significant happens, and I'll count that as significant. Alright. We got a pretty good amount of hits in there. So that is probably gonna put us ahead of schedule. I don't know how many hits we got there, but I think it was a lot more than 4. We were just sitting there for a long time, just pounding into it. So, once Sortira gets back up, we can use a shared life to get her to full, and that'll probably cap out almost everybody. And then we can get to, then we can invis. Right, double speed. And we can get the rest of this done. Once this boss is down, the last enemy is going to be fairly trivial to deal with. So we should be in good shape from here on out. And we did save, right? I'm gonna go back actually and just make sure that I did in fact save, because I don't want to lose such a super crazy. Definitely saved. I don't want to lose that insane benefit though.
I don't know.
Okay, so we got through a huge portion of its remaining HP with that.
I don't know.
Ow!
Ow! Ow!
Okay, so we're popping out. I think we got a decent bit of damage there. We have quite a few invis castings and quite a lot of HP. I think we're fine. I think we're going to be in good shape here. We really are able to just stand there and pound into it for quite a while. Speed. And yes, I am eating Cinnamon Toast Crunch with no milk because I'm a goddamn adult and I can do whatever I want. Because I'm an adult, I can do whatever the hell I want.
I don't know it.
Just but
Okay. That was silly. I shouldn't have pulled out. I think we did enough damage to justify the thing, but I shouldn't have pulled out. I was being too precious with my the risk of me actually getting wiped is pretty low on a given fight. So the risk that I run out of invis mana is substantially higher than the risk that I get wiped.
I don't know.
So, enemy's pretty low on HP, but again, we do percent-based damage, so... Okay, that's enough, I think. That's enough to justify the casting, I think. So, because we do percent-based damage, our damage output is going to shrink over the course of the fight. We were at 47% before. We're up to 48% now. As more and more damage gets shifted over. Okay, I think we should be golden here. We can go ahead and save this under dungeon. We can't be too precious, though. We really do need to maximize the usage of this SP, and that means just staying in there until we
I don't know.
are absolutely required to get
I
out.
can't identify it.
Okay, 3. That's a lot of hits. Keeping an eye on its HP bar because we're getting it pretty damn low now. And now we're going to pull out because...
So bad.
That was fucking close. That was real fucking close. Oh my goodness. We got so much damage into that thing there. We got so much damage. Oh man. Down to the fucking wire with Kamanatin there. How low are you? Pretty fucking low. That was great. That gives us the... We're now at lethal potential. We might be able to like end the fight in the next round. We probably won't, but what we're now going to run into as a problem is getting wiped by blowing up the boss. Basically, we have like a couple more runs left in us, so it might make sense to try to just weaken the boss a bit rather than kill it outright. It's not that low. It's going to take a few rounds of combat on this. I'm going to try to get a bit more than this. That's, I think, plenty. Okay. I was worried that we were, like, close to the point where it would just die instantly. Not die instantly, but die, like, after a couple of rounds. It might be at that point now, where a couple of rounds is enough to kill it. The issue with it being killable in a couple of rounds, though, is that if I kill it after it starts attacking me, I'm probably dead, right? So, we, now have that concern in play. But we know for a fact that we have enough mana now to get through its HP bar. We are not at risk of running out of invisibility casts. So that is a pretty huge weight off my shoulders. We don't need Invis to clear out the final one after the boss is dead. We will need some food, though. So we're going to need to pop out of here once we've cleared out this boulder to get the...
I don't know.
The food we need. Okay.
Have no fear.
That was pretty funny. So we don't need the invis. So we should be. It's so funny that you're at negative 43, but you have no regen. So I have to wait until Cortal gets back up to instantly tick you up. You know, I feel like maybe I need to get some healing spells for Commandaton, huh? Just in theory. Okay, let's save it up. Save under dungeon. And I believe the boss is now going to be pretty low. So we should be able to kill the boss without too much effort here.
I don't know.
Like, you are at a tiny sliver of HP now. So we should be able to kill this within a couple of rounds. It's dead. It blows up on us. We've got the dungeon complete now. And we have 2 saves left. So we say, well, I don't need the saves. Let's get the fuck out of here. So we're popping out of here. We're going to go grab some food from the inn. And then we'll just come back in here, casually beat up the last enemy. The entrance is north. Good to know. Let's see here. We get the... So we're golden. We finally gotten this dungeon dealt with. There shouldn't be any more complications in the rest of this clearance, right? I do want to have some food, just because I want to have it. But honestly, I don't even necessarily need all this food that I'm picking up. I definitely don't need all of it, but I could probably get through this with just the 2. But there wasn't really a lot of reason to not go grab it, because my characters were all unconscious anyway. So I'm losing like a little bit of in-game time, but I'm going to gain probably a significant amount of out-of-game time to the fact that I can just save every time I do anything. So, with only one top-tier enemy here left, we should be able to... I should probably cast Invis for the initial bit, huh? Just in theory. Considering that I can. We're going to cast Invis. I think this might be the only Invis that we cast. Just for this setup. Let's take a look here.
I can't identify.
That'll give me the ability to stockpile for the thinger.
Let's fight.
So, we're just going to sit here. And we can probably just kill it.
That's but a scratch.
Yeah, that gives you an idea of how, like, big a deal it is that the enemies can't be moved. That the top tier boulder, I can just stand there and kill it. Like, I can beat one of those without even doing anything. So we're done. We have cleared that out. This whole dungeon is cleared. We're going to go check on the loot. Just make sure that we've actually looted all the chests. I believe that we have. But we didn't even need a single save there. We just walked in and cleared it out. So, save this under danger. We've looted this chest. There's another chest here, is there? And we have... I don't think there's a chest in this section. So I think we're done. We've got the 2 chests here, and we've already looted them. So we are fully finished with this Druid Stronghold. We're going to go outside. Once we go outside, we're going to save the game, and we are going to take a look at our inventory. We'll do a little bit... We're not going to do any inventory management necessarily, unless we have a legendary that we just picked up, which I don't think we do, but we might. It's technically possible. Save this under test. And do we have anything shiny?
Let's leave it behind.
We have a dagger that's not very good, and that is it. So let's take a look at how much EXP we got in there. MM8 is now over a level ahead of everybody else. So the next time on Monday, we'll be heading back into the barrows. So we're probably going to be completing the barrows pretty soon. My guess is that we're going to clear 2 more of the barrows by then. I'm going to actually do the... I'm just going to make a list of all the barrows that I've cleared to make sure that we're clearing them all. We don't need to worry about efficiency anymore in terms of barrow clearance, because it's all basically the same. Some of the barrows have more experience than others, but we don't need to worry about the order of that, because that's way too finicky to worry about. So we've got 2 levels available, and next time we'll be heading into the Barrow Downs, finishing up some more of the barrows, and then doing the Druid Stronghold in Freehaven, it looks like. So that's going to be what's on the ticket for more Druids for the latter bit of tomorrow's stream. So that's going to be it for today. Thank you everyone for watching. It's been an absolute pleasure to stream for you today. My head feels much better for people who are worried. And I'll see you again on Monday, I think. Yeah, it's Friday.